welcome to my channel. My name is Man-Ray and this is a quick video showing all the devices I have. I have a Sony Alpha 6400, I have a GoProHero10 Black and my Samsung S22 normal. I did a video a couple weeks ago showing them in their worst scenarios, so going downstairs when the Sony doesn't have stabilization, going downstairs when a Samsung phone has some but it's not proper stabilization, and then I had my GoPro that does have stabilization, and I showed how, and my staircase had really bad lighting, so everything was the worst case scenario for all my devices. You know, I put the ISO preload for my Sony Alpha 6400, all those things I did to show the worst case scenario on what I want to use them for and why I got them. Now this video is showing the best I can do with my studio lights and the light situation I have in my house. I use natural light from my light bulbs, but some rooms have stronger light bulbs and some have less stronger light bulbs. So that was my comparison, and that's what I did. And yeah, I will show you all those comparisons now, and I'll come back to you at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, share and like. See you in a minute. So as you can see, this is with the studio lights on. This is at 8K by the way, not 4K. I think I'll do a 4K one next to this 8K one, so people realize that 8K on a phone is nice and all, but it's not really that great because it takes a lot of light, takes a lot of power. So next one will be in 4K with the studio lights on. 24 frames, 8K. Jittery as hell. Look at that. Look at that. You can see it. Just do it. Watch it. Watch it. See the shaking. It's horrible. I'm gonna put the phone light on. Let's see if that makes any better. Nope, you can't even tell that the light's on. See that? Shh, make you dizzy. Alright, enough of this. Let's go. Alright, on to the next room. As you can see, it's a lot more stable, less jittery. The colors are even better, just because it doesn't have to deal with so much processing, you know? It takes a lot of power to do 8K, man, even on a phone. So yeah, this is what this looks like. This at 4K. With the lights off. That's what it looks like. Not too bad, I guess. There's not much camera shake or anything. It's got the stability and stuff. So it looks alright, considering it's just a bedroom light. Let's go to 8K next. So this is at 8K, just with the main light. And I go back to the outside. This is at 8K with the passage light and the studio light. This is at 4K with just the main passage light. This is at 4K with the passage light and the studio light. Decided shooting landscape instead of portrait. This is the 8K with the Samsung phone with natural lighting. That's what it looks like. Takes a lot of power, a lot of light power to get this room lit well. 8K with the Samsung. What it looks like with studio lights. Don't just have a long continuous stream of comparisons. I thought I would talk between. Sorry that they don't have labels to do with how they were shot 8K and 4K and stuff. For some reason my Premiere Pro, even in the editing preview, I can do numbers. But as soon as I write it and put it on the timeline, it goes all weird. So I need to figure out how to fix that. So you will have no light and light on, and you have what they are, GoPro, Sony or Samsung, but you won't have 8K or 4K for the Samsung phone. You have to listen to me and hear when I say it at the beginning of the video. I will say 8K, no light, 4K with light. But the Samsung looks really well. Did really well, to be honest. It looks really nice from what I could tell on my Premiere Pro. So if you have a S22 Ultra, S23, or you have iPhone 14 Pro or 14 Max or iPhone 30, you can get by with really high-end smartphones if you don't have the time or money to invest in something more. Alright, 2 more comparisons to come. Enjoy. Thank you. So this is me testing what it looks like when these cameras have all the light they need. My first video was me showing the worst conditions, going downstairs, shaky, moving fast downstairs, coming out to the sunlight and different light levels. Now this is me just showing how it can look when you have all the lights set up and you're not shaky and moving downstairs. So I'll do a couple of videos of showing inside the house with the studio lights set up, as you can see. So this is what it looks like without the studio lights on. As you can see, you can barely see anything. All the colours are gone. The room is all dark and damp looking, if it can look damp looking. All the vibrant colours have gone. Everything just looks not nice. So this is what it looks like without studio lights on. So if you want to get a camera and do good colour and good lighting, definitely invest in some decent studio lights. This is at 4K on the Sony Alpha. We'll just do the light off. Wow, look how bad this is 4K with Alpha. We'll just do the light on. Sony Alpha. What looks like we'll just do the lights on. At ISO 640, 4K. So this is how much light you can get in with ISO 640 on the Sony Alpha 6400. See, this is what I've been shooting for my talking head videos, and this is all this light can do. Can't do much. You'll see in a minute the difference these two make, but not that much difference. Were shot with a Sony Alpha 6400. In low light situations, it's not so great, but if you can find enough light to get into the sensor and get into the lens, and you can do the exposure and everything else to its best ability, you can get some amazing colors and amazing cinematic effects and images if you get enough studio light with it, as you saw with the comparison videos. It's serving me well for these talking videos. Right now I'm shooting with the Samsung phone because I needed something in a hurry, but all the other ones, the talking head videos, sitting down, is done with my Sony Alpha 6400. Thank you. Next one will be the GoPro. So this is with the GoPro. This is what it looks like when you have some proper light in your room. This is how clear it can be, how detailed it can be. This is how steady it can be. I'll try to make sure I shoot as identical to a light on and light off, but this is what it looks like. The GoPro with the studio lights. Studio lights off. Not as dramatic as my Sony one, but you can see that, like the Sony one, all the colors are a bit faded. Everything doesn't look as nice or as pretty. And you can see the grain on the thing. You can see the stabilization, the digital stabilization, looking for light and trying to not show the little noise of grain on the thing, as you can see. I hope I'm using the right terms and the right words. It's just how I feel. So I'm not the most technical to the words and the names for these things, but definitely noise and definitely grain without the studio lights on. Thank you. More videos coming soon. So this is in 5K with no studio light on. Could only fit one studio light here because of passage, very small. This is with the studio light on. 5K with the studio light, as you can see. This is 5K with the GoPro. This is my studio room, ex-gym room, as you can see. But this room has always been the hardest to light. You'll see in the next video. I might just put it side by side, show how much light this place needs to look even somewhat bright or not have grain and distortion everywhere. And that's the first one with a GoPro without the light, without the studio lights. So this is what it looks like with the studio lights on. A lot nicer, a lot better. You can actually see stuff. You can see detail on things. So this is what it looks like with the studio lights. Obviously they're not facing this way, so behind it making much difference, but as you can see, a lot clearer. So all those shots were shot with a GoPro. As you could see with the GoPro, at 5.3K at 60 Hz, it needs a lot of light. Its stabilization is still amazing. The colors are pretty good. It's pretty good for moving and anything that is fast shot. And the built-in sound is pretty good too. It can take decent pictures, but don't think it will replace a proper digital SLR photography camera. Thank you for watching, and as you could see on the Samsung phone before I go, 8K is not always best, 5.3K is not always best. It's whatever gives the best colors and whatever gives the best stabilization is what you should set it to. If 1080p or 2.5K or all these other settings give you better color and better stabilization, don't be scared to put it down, because 4K ain't everything and 8K ain't everything. Right, into the intro. Thank you. Light on and light off, basically. Wax on, wax off, but with lights and studio lights. I'm no Mr. Miyagi though, when it comes to lighting though. I'm not there yet. But you can see how much the difference having studio lights make, especially to do with the Sony. You know, there's a lot of light to get all those colors and pixels and everything to be able to be seen, you know, at low ISO. You know, the higher you put the ISO, the more film grain there's going to be. I think that's what you call it. I call it that, or just noise. I just call it noise because it's better to call it noise because if you can see all the noise on the picture. But yeah, long story short, good to have studio lights. Or you can get a lot more powerful watts for your home lights. But that's not really efficient and it's not the best way to have things. If all your lights in your house are 90 watts and 60 watts and 100 watts and 120 watts, they're gonna blow, they're gonna go out a lot quicker, they're gonna consume a lot more power. So from now on, when I go around the house, I'm gonna have to drag my studio lights with me. So that's gonna have to be a thing. Maybe I'll get a more portable light to go around the house so I can do those shots. But as you can see from the pictures and from the videos, it makes the world of difference, especially for the GoPro when it doesn't have a removable lens. It's a wide lens built in, and 5K takes a lot of light, and the stabilization is not as good with low light from what I can tell anyway. Alright, thank you for watching. Watch part 1 of my video if you wanna see this worst case scenario to do with stabilization and harsh lighting and ISO cranked up to its highest and cranked up to its lowest. If you want to see how the Sony Alpha 64 works, for me anyway. My next video will be a computer video. I'm looking forward to doing that. That's gonna be a little whiles away. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay blessed. See you in the next video. Peace.